Good morning and welcome back to another edition of Doing It with Dish. It's sawmill day. Got the bobcat ready to go. Whole pile of logs here. Waiting for my buddy Sawmill Matt to come with the portable mill. We're gonna get some lumber cut, and as soon as he gets here, we'll be getting after it. So here's what we're cutting today. I got some oak, some cedar, and some of this old pine from last year. I'm not sure what I'm doing with all of it, but what I need is a new deck for the gooseneck trailer. And then I'm still thinking about that little trapper's cabin. Maybe cut some 1x4s for flooring. I've got a whole bunch of these 16-foot oak logs. We'll see how it cuts out. You know, normally when something comes right off the mill, I like to get it on sticks rather than have to do it later. This stuff, the 2x10 16-foot oak green, that's heavy stuff. Made a stack of them right on the mill, came in with the bobcat, plucked the whole works off. Made it easier at the time, but now I gotta get them on some sticks. And this stuff isn't going to be on sticks for very long. I'm hoping to redo that deck on the trailer next week or the week after, but even if they dry out just a little bit, it'll be better. These things are heavy, but we'll stay with it. All right, that's done. I'll get these set over there. I got some railroad ties to set these on. Hopefully we get a little warmer weather, some wind, help dry this up. We'll get her moved. Well, if you remember last winter, I cut that really nice cedar, and these are the 3 chunks out of that. And I needed about a 16-inch wide board. And this stuff is just going to be covering some posts on the front of a porch. So I just cut this 3/4 of an inch. And just one side of it, so when they're actually measured exactly what you need on that porch, they'll run it through a table saw, straighten up the other side. But that log was really nice. Solid all the way through, come out really nice. This will be good on the front porch with a little light stain on it. It'll be nice. This pile is 2x4s and 2x6s. Had a couple of decent logs with smaller knots, so we made that into 2x4s and 6s. This pile was one log, and that log had some bigger knots. So what I did here is mostly 2x12s, a couple 2x10s in there. But the rain came, called it a day. So I'm going to get these moved out of here, get ready for tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow weather's decent, we can get 4 or 5 hours of sawing in, get this finished up. The rest of the sawing sure went good today. No rain, got all finished up. So once you've got all your lumber on stickers, you need a good base for those piles to sit on to dry. What I use is just railroad ties, level them up good, make sure everything's flat. You gotta have a good base for them piles. And then I take a few of the old slabs and I put them on top of the pile just to create a little mound. And then I put a tarp over the top of that to shed water. And then I take a few more slabs, put on top here. That just holds the tarp down or whatever you want to use to shed some water. Having a little something on top just helps keep the water off. This 1 inch will be dry about a year. The dimensional lumber, 2x4s and 6s, will probably be 2 years before it's pretty dry. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Sawing a little lumber, piling some wood, and until next time, thanks for watching.